Jesus and Lazarus. Part 4. Jesus raises Lazarus. John chapter 11 verses 38 to 44.
Then Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. It was a cave, and a stone lay against it. Jesus said,
"Take away the stone."
Martha, the sister of the dead man, said to him,
"Lord, by this time there will be an odor, for he has been dead 4 days."
Jesus said to her,
"Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?"
So they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted up his eyes and said,
"Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you always hear me, but I said this on account of the people standing around, that they may believe that you sent me."
When he had said these things, he cried out with a loud voice,
"Lazarus, come out!"
The man who had died came out, his hands and feet bound with linen strips, and his face wrapped with a cloth. Jesus said to them,
"Unbind him and let him go."
Jesus and Lazarus. Part 5. The plot to kill Jesus. John chapter 11 verses 45 to 57.
Many of the Jews, therefore, who had come with Mary and had seen what he did, believed in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. So the chief priest and the Pharisees gathered the council and said,
"What are we to do? For this man performs many signs."
If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and the Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation.
But one of them, Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, said to them,
"You know nothing at all, nor do you understand that it is better for you that one man should die for the people, not that the whole nation should perish."
He did not say this of his own accord, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus would die for the nation, and not for the nation only, but also to gather into one the children of God who are scattered abroad. So from that day on they made plans to put him to death. Jesus therefore no longer walked openly among the Jews, but went from there to the region near the wilderness, to a town called Ephraim, and there he stayed with the disciples. Now the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and many went up from the country to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. They were looking for Jesus and saying to one another as they stood in the temple,
"What do you think? That he will not come to the feast at all?"
Now the chief priests and the Pharisees had given orders that if anyone knew where he was, he should let them know so that they might arrest him.